Close your eyes and listen. That isn't a weed whacker and it's not a leaf blower. That is the sound of your childhood neighborhood being woken up at 7 a.m. by a 1/8 scale beast that spits fire and eats dirt for breakfast. For decades, if you wanted an RC car that didn't just look like a toy but felt like a miniaturized piece of engineering perfection, you bought an HPI. They gave us the first real touring cars, the toughest monster trucks on the planet, and they basically invented the gas-powered desert buggy craze. But how did a small company from SoCal become the global king of bashing? I'm Tristan, and this is the Rundown. Today we're talking about HPI Racing. It's 1986. Southern California is the epicenter of the RC world. A guy named Tatsuro Watanabe has a vision and a grand total of $200. He starts Hobby Products International with one goal: make things better. They didn't even start with cars, they started with accessories, graphite parts, wheels, and their legendary Uno motors, which were so good they won a world championship in 1987. But Tatsuro was a fanatic for F1 and high-speed racing. In 1994, HPI finally stopped making parts for other people's cars and built their own, the Super F1. It was beautiful, it was fast, and it was the first time that HPI wasn't here to play, they were here to win. In the late 90s, HPI dropped the RS4. This car basically started the touring car boom. If you were drifting in a parking lot in 1998, you were likely doing it in the RS4. But HPI knew that as much as people loved the street, they really loved breaking stuff. In 2002, they released the Savage 21. This wasn't just another monster truck, it featured the TVP chassis, twin vertical plates. Imagine two thick slabs of aluminum sandwiching the engine and gearbox. It was a bridge girder with wheels. You could jump this thing off a house and it would just ask for more. And then they went big. In 2006, they released the Baja 5B. It was 1/5 scale, it was nearly 3 feet long, and instead of specialized hobby fuel, it ran on regular pump gas and oil. It changed the scale of the hobby forever. By the 2010s, HPI was the cool kid of RC. They teamed up with the legend himself, Ken freaking Block. You ever heard of him? Yeah, they produced the exact 1/8 scale replicas of his Gymkhana Fiestas, complete with licensed wheels and tires that actually smelled like burnt rubber. And then there's my personal favorite, the Von Gittin Jr. RTR-X. It's a 1969 Mustang built for the drift track. With its signature lime green wheels and all-wheel drive agility, it's the perfect mix of retro style and modern tire shredding performance. If you want to look good going sideways, this is the one. But every hero has a downfall. Between 2016 and 2019, HPI hit a massive wall. Financial struggles and ownership changes meant parts were impossible to find. Fans were worried the legend was dead. The Savage was becoming a ghost. But you can't keep a good monster truck down. Now, under the ownership of the Vestergaard Group, HPI is back. They've moved headquarters to Denmark, rebuilt the supply chain, and are re-releasing classics like the Savage X. HPI taught an entire generation that RC isn't just a hobby. It's an obsession with engineering, scaleism, and the pure joy of sending a $600 machine 20 feet into the air just to see if it survives. I'm Tristan, and this was the Rundown. Did you own a Savage or an RS4? Tell me the best "I can't believe it didn't break" story in the comments. Don't forget to check out myhobbygarage.shop to support the show and subscribe to see the next rundown. Let me know what other topics or titles I should do next, and we'll freaking see you later.